Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy New Year, belated. It is January 2025, and I'm Sandra J. Horton. And I'm so excited because today's talk is really important. Today is this 50-minute coffee chat that's going to offer you an opportunity to really dive into leading from the edge, where courage meets transformation. The power of the edge. Have you ever felt like you were standing on the edge of something big? Maybe it's a decision. Maybe it's a change. Maybe it's a challenge where you feel you're on that edge, that comfort zone. How does that resonate? It's on that edge because that's where growth happens. So let's define the edge. For me, the edge truly is where courage meets transformation. It's the space between comfort and growth, fear and possibility. It's not a place to avoid. It's a place to embrace. For me, the edge was realizing that the walls I kept hitting weren't external. They were my own patterns of perfectionism and fear. And when I faced those patterns, I didn't just break through, I broke open. Today, we're going to explore your edge and how you can lead from it with courage and alignment. And yes, we're even going to do a couple of quick exercises to get you started. And this is why I love that this is recorded. So let's get started. We're going to go through a couple different sections here. Leading from the edge. Let's dive in now. So stepping to the edge. Growth starts with awareness. Take that in for a moment. Growth starts with awareness. The first step to leading from the edge is recognizing the patterns or the fears that have been holding you back. What I mean by patterns are things that persistently and consistently come back to you in different formats, in different situations, different circumstances. These can be thoughts like, what if I fail? Or I'm not ready yet? Or can I really do this? How does that resonate? Stepping to the edge requires our courage to face these fears and see them for what they are. They're just stories. They're stories we've told ourselves. Think about that. So here's a first exercise for you. Let's do an awareness check-in. It just takes about 1 minute. I won't hold space, but as you're listening to this, just take the time now. Grab a piece of paper. And I want you to type or write out in here, even in the chat, what is one fear or pattern that you've noticed recently that's been holding you back? It could be procrastination. It could be self-doubt. It could be avoiding a tough conversation. Those do hold us back sometimes, perhaps. So let's imagine now what shows up for you. Just write it down. Now, I want you to be mindful that awareness truly is that first step of transformation. Write it out, name that fear, because when you name something, you take away the power from it. So now we've got that piece of paper, we've got your fear, we've got something that's holding you back. Let's talk about balancing at the edge. Alignment happens in stillness, at that balancing of the edge. So once you're aware of your edge, The next step is to pause. Stillness. It can feel so uncomfortable, but it's where clarity emerges. It comes from. It's where you can ask, what's truly important for me, and align your actions with your values. So here's an example where I had to use this last week, a moment of stillness. I was in a meeting. It was very challenging. We were looking at finding new ways to move a project forward. We were looking and requiring ourselves to find new information. We had a moment. Do we proceed or do we stop? It was very frustrating. It was very challenging. I had to stop and pause and observe myself in that moment. The stillness of observing myself. So think about your situation. Let's quiet our minds now. And let's take a quick moment to align ourselves. So close your eyes. Do it now. And take 3 deep breaths. And on the inhale, think of the word courage. And on the exhale, think of the word possibility. Breathe in, courage, out, possibility. One more. Breathe in, courage. Breathe out, possibility. Now ask yourself, what is one small step that you can take today to move yourself forward in growth? Write it down. If it pertains to that one thing you brought up, awesome. It could be something else too. So leading from the edge. This is our part 3 I want to dive into. My message here about this particular area is that leadership is about service and courage. Leading from the edge. It isn't just about personal growth. It's about inspiring others to embrace their edges too. Maybe it's your family, maybe it's your team, maybe it's your community. Whatever it is, your courage has beautiful ripple effects. Ponder that for a moment. What ripple effect are you leaving? Leadership isn't about being fearless. It's about stepping forward in spite of fear and inviting yourself and others to do the same. So my call to action to you today, I want you to think about someone in your life who could use a little bit of encouragement today. How can you help support them to see their own courage and possibilities, especially in the face of all the horrible trauma and the things that are happening in LA and around the world? We can help support others. Go to the edge. And that's why I'm launching a movement. This movement is called The Edge. Activate Success Edge is my brand, is my company. The edge is where we are all going to transform together. Imagine yourself, imagine others where there is no boundaries. It's a starting point. Make a decision now. Imagine what's possible if you stepped to your edge every day, even in small ways. What kind of positive growth could you see? What impact could you create and make? Today, I'm going to challenge you to name that fear, whatever it is, that limiting thing. And I want you to find stillness and take one small step. Go to your edge. So please leave in the comments your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences today. Because you know what? We can lead from the edge. And importantly, I encourage you to follow. Please visit www.activatesuccessedge to learn more about my movement, what I'm up to, And I really, truly believe that we can surround ourselves, we can come together, and we can break free and get over those edges and live on the edge for more prosperity, abundance, and gratitude. Love to hear your insights. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you, and we'll be back for another coffee chat soon. Take care. Bye for now.